up, my YouTube people? Thank you so much for clicking on this video and coming back to see just what I do today. As you can see, we are in the pups room. Slash ready room, baby room, whatever you want to call it. Want tasty? Want tasty? You're a big guy. Oh, some tasties, huh? So, as you saw by this title, I've got crabs. But first, here is a chick update. They're all doing good. As you can see, I have them in a different housing now, because the day after I made that new arrivals video, Big Bird, which is that bird right there, that's what I call that bird, I call it Big Bird, it's big and yellow, decided to escape. And luckily the pups weren't in here at the time, and I found it on the floor. That was a long way down for it to fall though. So yeah, everybody's doing really good. As you can see, I do have bigger ones in here. They're just a week older. Now those two, Big Bird and the big looking crow in the back right there, those are all the same breed. It doesn't look like it, but they are. There's my Leghorns and New Hampshire Reds. Now, if you're looking to get chicks, right now is a really good time to go get chicks, because Murdoch's has a bunch of them right now. And when they have this many of them, they tend to do buy one get one half off, or buy one get one, or 25% off each bird, or so. So yeah, if you're looking to get chicks, right now is a really good time to get it. But yeah, they're all doing really good. I made a little platform for their feeders to sit on, so they can't throw all the pine shavings in it as easily. Sorry about the squeaking noise. There's a hamster in here going nuts on his wheel. Her wheel. Yeah, it's a bright white little chubby thing. Yeah, that's one of the other things that are in here. But at the beginning of this video, you saw me filming our peach trees. Hopefully they'll last through the storm and we'll actually get peaches this year. There's a lot of noise in this room right now. Okay, now that the clock finished, but there's the chicks. Hopefully the peach trees will last. I covered them really good, because there's actually, as you saw, flowers on them. And the last couple years there's been flowers on them. There's always been one last storm, so we don't get any fruit from them. So hopefully I wrapped them good enough to where we can get fruit from them this year. But anyways, there's the pups. There's Big Bear. Hello, honey. But let me gather some things, and we'll talk about the whole I've got crabs thing. So this is what I mean by I've got crabs. Now this is new to me. I've never had these before. I have had them for a couple of weeks now. There's just some other videos got ahead of this one that needed to be made. But yeah, I've got crabs. Now there is two in there. There's a big one and a small one. They're up on a little platform I built. They are not as easy as you'd think to keep alive. And they are creepy as fudge. You see the big one moving around. Yeah, aren't they kind of creepy? And there's the smaller one right there. Now I did build them that ramp and little shelf to sit on because they like to sit up. Now they are not as easy as you'd think to take care of. well, they are kind of easy, but there are some requirements you kind of need to take care of them. Now, as you can see, there are 2 different water dishes and 2 different hidey holes, and half of it's soil and the other half is sand, and there's a piece of wood in the middle that blocks them. They make a mess of it, but whatever. It's what they're supposed to do. But they're not quite as easy as you would think to take care of. You need to make sure you have a heater. They have to be at least 80 degrees almost all the time. They need enough bedding or substrate to dig in. Oh, that's not soil, that's coconut bedding. But yeah, they need enough to dig in and hide in, especially if they're molting. Now, if they're molting, you have to separate them from the others because they're extremely vulnerable then. You just put a little cup over the top of them until they come back up out of the dirt. Now, they have to have 2 different types of water. They have regular filtered water, which is the clear bowl right there, and the white bowl down there is the salt water. Now, I just buy the bottle that has the hermit crab on it. It's already salt and you don't have to do anything, you just pour it right on in. And then you get the little crab cakes that say hermit crab on them. But they also enjoy a lot of other things. They love leafy greens. They like shrimp. They like fruits, all kinds of fruits. And their most favorite, kind of like a treat, would be coconut. They really enjoy coconut. And you see the small one trying to run away right there. Well, at least we caught him on an active moment. But yeah, as you can see, they just crawl around. That little blue dish down there, that's where I put their food. You cannot put their food in a metal container because the metal can harm them. Now, they do have gills, so they need a lot of humidity in here. That's why the container looks so wet and you're having a hard time seeing through. I do have, as I said, an underneath tank heater, and I just put a lot of water in here to keep the substrate wet, so it makes its own humidity in here. Some people would get a reptile humidifier and put it in here. I just let it happen naturally. But, yeah. So I've got 2. I need to get some shells in here, some empty shells in here for them, so when they're molting, they can switch shells, switch to a bigger shell. But yeah, you have to keep their humidity up to at least 60 to 70%. And as you saw right here, you saw the sponge in that bowl. That is kind of how they drink, but it also helps the small ones be able to get out of the bowl and not drown. But yeah, so. And they throw the dirt and sand everywhere in here, which is fine, which is exactly what they're supposed to do. Hopefully you can still hear me over the pups. Little boogers. But yeah, as you can see, that one's trying to bury itself. It's because I took the lid off, so the temperature dropped. Now, I do have a thermostat in here that tells me it's actually a hygrometer and thermostat. which tells me how warm it is in here. As you can see, it's dropping. And the hygrometer part tells me how the humidity is in here. Pops! Pops! Chill pill for a minute. Now, you can add a light in on them. Hold on a sec. Okay, had to give the pups a treat so they calm down for a minute so I can finish this. But yeah, see? That would be a fancy shell. That would be a native shell. And I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, they do require a light, but there is so much light in this room, sunlight, that I don't really worry about it too much. So, but they do need a lot of light during the day. Yeah, and you know, they like broccoli, kale, grapes, bananas, leafy vegetables, shrimp once in a while, because you don't want to give it to them all the time. It has to be a once in a while thing. But yeah. Looking through my notes, trying to make sure I said everything I needed to say. Yeah, they can possibly live up to 40 years if taken care of properly. But yeah, there you go. I've got crabs. As you can see, they all stopped moving. They all are in hiding now. They are kind of creepy just to sit here and watch. So I just built them that little shelf because they like to get up and climb, and they like to climb all over the place. You wouldn't think they'd like to climb by the way they look, but they do like to climb. I just put a couple of little toys in there, more for decoration. But yeah, so there you go. I've got crabs. Now they don't have names. They're just crabs. And you'll come in here some days and the dirt will be all over the place. I just put it back, no big deal. And sometimes with the amount of humidity that's in here, you will get mold. You gotta watch the food. The food will mold out easily. But you just grab a little spoon, scoop it up, pull it out, no big deal. Yeah, so there you go. Now if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I love reading all the comments, and I'll respond as soon as I can. But yeah, so there's that. They're not as simple as throwing some dirt in a container and tossing one in. They take a little more requirement than that. My parakeet is just singing away back there. Yeah, so there's the crabs. And here's the pups. One last time. Say hi. Say hi, honey. And there's Big Bear eating a tasty. Their most favorite treat is dried veggie pasta. That's their most favorite treat, huh, Bubba? He's a good boy. He's a wiggly boy. Yeah, hi. Hi, Bubba. What? There's a honey. There's a honey bunny. There's my honey. Yeah, so if you have any questions or comments or anything about anything, if you have questions about chickens or the pups, please leave a comment down below. And I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So thanks for watching if you made it this far, seriously. I greatly appreciate it. So thanks for watching Just What I Do today. Please subscribe. Ring that notification bell so you get notified every time I post. And hit that like button. That thumbs up button. And we'll see you next time on Just What I Do. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.